Let me tell you something you need to know as a woman. Small gbola is more enjoyable than all those big gbola you people are seeking to have. Listen very carefully. Hear me out before you start biting me. Now, do you know that the length between your outside pecus and the cervix is 3.4 inches? The length connecting those two areas is just 3.4 inches. And if at a point you feel like you want to knack, your body is driving you crazy that you want to knack at a point, the only thing that can happen is that length will increase from 3.4 to 4.8 inches. I don't know if you get my point. The question now is, 18 years girl, 20 years girl, 21 years girl, you want to have a taste of a 9 inches gbola. You want a very long gbola to enter inside your pecus. The question now is, where do you want it to enter? Where do you want that gbola to enter? So listen very carefully and hear me out and know why I said small gbola is more enjoyable than all this big gbola. Hear me out. So many people might come for me and within their mind, or they might as well type it on the comment section saying maybe her brothers have small gbola or her husband has small gbola. Please understand my point. That is not where I am driving at. I am telling you the reality. This is a natural cause. Listen very carefully. Let me tell you how a woman enjoys knacking. One of the things that can make a woman to enjoy knacking is the strength of the gbola. And of course, you agree with me that when the gbola is so big, you can't just insert it. Rather, you carry it to insert because it is very heavy. It is so heavy that you can't just insert it just like that. You find out that it is so big because the gravitational force is actually. The second thing that makes a woman to enjoy your gbola is the hitting spot. The hitting and not the shifting. How well do you hit the spot? You will agree with me that there is a spot in the clitoris. You all know what I mean. You are no longer a child. So there is a spot whereby once you hit that spot constantly, it will drive a woman crazy. But if you have a big gbola and the force of gravity is acting on that gbola, before you try to hit it at the right spot, before the strength will get to the peak of the gbola, you will find out that the gbola will bend, and of course the strength will reduce. So this is why I said that big gbola doesn't have that strength enough to hit a woman at the right spot. Remember, one of the things that makes a woman to enjoy that knacking is the hitting and not shifting. If you carry a very large gbola and insert in a woman, you can't even hit it the way it is supposed to be hit. You can only shift maybe her wound. I wouldn't know, but I am only here to explain to you the only way a woman can enjoy it. Now you need to understand that gravitational force that acts on your gbola, that acts on big gbola, can as well make the gbola not to have enough strength to drive a woman crazy or make a woman to get to the peak of that enjoyment. This is just like comparing a big bobby to a smaller bobby. Of course, you know big bobby are likely to fall down, unlike the smaller ones, because there is a lot of gravitational force acting on the bobby, and before you know it, the elasticity or whatsoever holding the bobby to stand up will finally go down because there is a whole lot of weight in it. So this is why you find out that some of the big bobby will fall down, unlike the smaller ones. Smaller bobby don't just fall. This is also applicable to big gbola and small gbola. When you have a big gbola, you are likely to have a reduced strength of knacking. That doesn't mean that you are not agile, that you are not strong, but we are talking about how well does gravitational force act on your gbola. The more you try to insert your own force, the more you try to pull out your own force, the more gravitational force is acting on it, and the more there is reduced strength given to the woman, and you find out that the woman will not enjoy it. Some women don't even understand it. They just want to cover the whole area. Yes, they are seeking to have a very long and big gbola just to cover the whole area and not for the hitting. I'm talking about the hitting. There is a spot you're supposed to hit constantly, and for that hitting to occur, you find that the woman will go crazy. And if that is not occurring, there can never be any need for enjoyment. So I don't know if you get my point. You need to understand that the gbola can only be carried, like you carried it like this and insert, but once it is small, You will just insert it because it is just small and it has a lot of strength. Because it is small, the gravitational force acting on it is very small. You find out that this thing is just small. Whenever you insert it and the man is pushing it inward, the gravitational force acting on it is very small, and you find out that this man will be hitting it constantly, and the reading will be so fast and continuous, and you find out that the woman will enjoy it more than somebody who has a bigger one. Before he will come, before he will go out, the gravitational force acting on it and all those kind of things. So some of these women that wants a big gbola, you find that they don't even know what they want. They just want it because others are requesting to have a big gbola. You find that they will start requesting for it just to cover the whole area. Covering the area don't really matter. What matters is the heating, is the frequency of the heating. How strong is the gbola coming in when it is coming with the heating? You get. So for some girls, you find that they start insulting some men that they have small gbola, but come to think of it, some of them that does it to themselves, they uses their finger and they enjoy it because the finger is very strong and bony, and that is why it targets the right spot. And once it is targeting the right spot, you find out that the frequency of the strength and targeting the right spot is continuous, and the girl will enjoy it so much. So my point is now proving that a small gbola is far more enjoyable than big gbola. And of course, when the gbola has enough strength, that is, it is determined by the strength of the gbola. When the gbola have enough strength, you find out that the woman will enjoy it more than a big gbola that don't even have strength. I am not trying to say that all big gbola doesn't have strength, but consider the gravitational force acting on the gbola and the strength the man is bringing and the strength acting on the gbola, and how far is the woman enjoying it. So at this point, I believe I have proven the point, and I believe this video is very educative to you. So please do share, comment and like. Click on the follow button. Thank you for always coming by. Thank you for listening, for watching. My name is Miss Licious. Bye.